Polytunnel update, Monday the 10th of March. I thought we'd start with the potatoes, but before then, I think the washing's dry. So these potatoes, they're only small and Elise, and they've been chitting since about the middle of January because I bought them about the middle of December. Now, my question is going after tonight, from Tuesday onwards for the next week or maybe even longer, temperatures are going to be going down to freezing at night. So say I did the roof stout method and I only had these quite close to the surface, but I had about a foot of grass cuttings on top. Would that protect them from the frost? Because I'd quite like to plant them out just to start tidying up the back porch area, but I know I shouldn't. But I'm waiting for some idiot to give me the go ahead. Because they say, everyone says about hay and grass or whatever being a good insulator. So if I've got a foot of it on top of the potatoes, won't that protect it from the frost? And if it doesn't, I can just put a second foot on top. So I haven't done some of the things I said last week I was going to be doing. So I still haven't tidied up this area. I did put 6 buckets of water underneath here, bring the metal plate in, and then move all the pots over here. My second 20 of these 7-inch pots arrived today. The first 20 arrived on Friday, but the second 20 didn't arrive until today. So because I was in the middle of washing up pots anyway, I've washed these ones. So they've got holes in the side there for air pruning. Now, air pruning is something I know very little about, and I don't even know why it's a good thing or not. So I'll need to look that up. So there's a bit of gardening porn here. So that's all me pots. Well, not all of them. That's the washed up ones. Right, I've only got a few which aren't washed up. Now, so here, so these are actually just in the white 7 fluid ounce cups. Those are the shop bought snack peppers that I sowed. And I've got another 2 trays of them indoors under the grow lights. So, but the way that these are doing so well here, maybe I should have bought those other 2 trays out here as well. Because we're not really getting. I'm not really protecting the temperature here at night because I've still got holes in them here that I haven't protected yet with some plastic there, and presumably all along where the door is, that's probably a weak area at the bottom as well for letting the heat out or the cold in, depending upon which way you want to look at it. And also, I think the other thing is that the thermal mass, I don't think it's working properly because I've set it up wrong, because I've just got the water standing on the ground. So it's probably a lot easier for the heat to escape just by going through into the ground than it is to come out into the air. So the thing is, I dread the prospect of emptying all these containers, putting some concrete slabs underneath, which I don't have, and then filling them up again, because it took me ages to fill them up, which is one of the reasons why I didn't actually do too much gardening work last week, as I was filling these containers up with water. I am being another naughty boy with this as well. I've allowed this plant here, this long slim cayenne pepper, to flower and hopefully have a couple of chilies. So I thought I'd try and be the early leader in the Grand National, who then falls at Beecher's Brook on the first circuit. So I'm sort of like sacrificing one plant because I've got a few others. Although one other of these long sims has also been sacrificed because I dropped it on its side, but I don't know which one that is. I still haven't put these broad beans out. I'm going to put these broad beans out this afternoon, probably video it, because you know they're getting ridiculously large now, and then depending upon whether anything eats them or not, I might put the other broad beans out later in the week. Now, I know Aquadulce Claudia is bigger than Sutton Dwarf, but I'm assuming that these ones on the right are the Sutton Dwarf because they've germinated so well and they're growing so well. But I could be totally wrong there. So what's been happening here is that I put all these plants here last Wednesday or Thursday, and they've been left to their own devices. So it's like when people go on holiday and they come back and everything's thriving. So these plants are all doing better without me interfering with them. So the 11 tomatoes, those sunstripe tomatoes, they're recovering from the ill treatment I've been giving them indoors. Some things, they got stunted, and they got stunted before I potted them up, but I potted them up anyway just to see what would happen, and they're just still not growing. So I know some people would say just chuck them away, but I'm wondering, I don't know, would an alternative be just to take them out of their pots, take all the soil away so they're back to their bare roots, and just repot them again into fresh soil and see what happens? I mean, that can't be any any worse than just throwing them away. Anyway, so over here, these are the lemon drop chilies that I potted up. They don't particularly seem to have grown more since I potted them up into those 7-inch pots. But I don't know, they seem happy enough. So I am aiming to do a weekly polytunnel update. So it'll either, as I work Saturday and Sunday, it will either be on the Monday, like today, or it'll be at the end of the week on the Friday, I'd have thought. But it's more likely to be on the Monday, I think, because I like doing videos. Yeah. Oh, I think some of these were yellow to start off with, but they're still yellow. Maybe getting a bit more yellow. Right, so I think these are another 20 of the shop bought snack peppers. So yeah, I'm doing the best to try and confuse myself. So I've got 20 cups there and 20 cups there, and those are mainly mixed chilies, and those are the snack peppers. So I don't want the snack peppers growing too big or too inconsistently, or I'll get them mixed up with that lot over there. Right. And this tray of the aubergines seems to be doing very well. This one here, it looks like it's been eaten by a slug or snail, but that's not actually the case. It's just that because it's on the edge, it's sometimes had its leaf trapped against another tray. So it was like this last week before I bought it here. So this is that dance of death I was talking about, that plants can get damaged when you move them from one place to another. Okay, I think that's enough of the rambling. Okay, see you later this afternoon at the allotment, planting out those broad beans.